Hi, students. This is the sheet that's up is from last week, but I wanted to review your area and then go over Friday's irregular area. So I wanted to go over this quickly with you. I've gone over area with you, so I think this one should have been okay. I didn't have any questions for it, but I just wanted to review it. So remember, to find the area, you multiply. But this one has, each shape is broken apart into two shapes. So you have a couple choices. You can either multiply this 5 times this 3 and get 15 feet squared, and then find this area, 10 feet squared, and then add that up. Or you can add the 3 and the 2 into 5 and get 5 times 5, which is 25. Either way, your answer is going to be 25 square feet. So I'm only going to do a couple of these just to remind you about area before we go into the Fridays. That was a little bit harder. We've done it before, but I wanted to review it with you. Okay, so I'll do this one. So 3 times 3 is 9. And I'm going to do it both ways here. So 5 times 3 is 20. Oops, why I said it. So I was looking at the 9. 5 times 3 is not 27. 5 times 3 is 15. So you can do it this way and then add the 15 and the 9 and get 24. Or you can just add these two on the side. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 8 times 3 is 24. Either way, your answer is going to be 24 square inches. And that's because it's measured in inches. Okay, so I reviewed that briefly with you. If you have any more questions about that, let me know. Okay, so let's go to Friday. Okay, this one, I think you should be okay. We've done this, but I wanted to review and go over your answers so that you could double check your work to see that you got the same answer as I did. Now, remember, when you have an irregular shape, you have to break it apart. There's usually a couple different ways you could break it apart. So you could break it apart here. I always look to see what's the easiest way. Okay, so if I break this apart here, I've got this side length and this side length to measure. And then I've got this length to find here. This 6 I won't need if I break it apart that way. So to me, that's the easiest way. And the reason I don't need to use that 6 is because this is 3 and this is 3, and that's how you get the 6. So since we're breaking it apart, we won't use the 6. We'll use the 3 and 3 here and the 3 and 2 here. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. Add those together and you're going to get 15 square inches. And if you broke it apart this way here, as long as you get the same end result, 15 square inches, you're fine. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to make it a 15 and I think I'm making it worse. There we go. Okay, over here. So you could break it apart here, or you could break it apart here. And again, to me, the easiest way is here. And that's because I've got all the measures I need. I won't need this 6 because I'm breaking it apart right there. I'm going to need this 4 and that's 2. That's why this is 6, because the 4 and the 2, which add up to 6, are broken apart. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. And then you use this. Remember, you only use length and width, so I don't need this 2, and I don't need this 6. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. Make that a 2 so it doesn't look like 70. 20 square feet. Okay. Next ones. Okay, let me see. So if I break it apart, that would be easy if I just broke it apart here and here, because then if I do this, I've got all my measures. So we're not going to need this 4, and we're not going to need that 4. We're going to need 7. The only thing is, you've got to figure out what is this part. So remember, if you know what, and we don't need this 3, I'm just getting all of it. Okay, so if you know what the total is, so for here, the total is 4, right? It was right there and right there, but we cut it in half. So this shows you this is 2. This little half right here is 2. So that means this to here is 2, and from here to here is 2. So you got that one. You can put it on both. You don't need it on both sides, but if this one is 2, that one's going to be 2. So 7 times 2 is 14 square centimeters. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Add up all your numbers. So 14 plus 4 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 square centimeters. Now remember, when you get to writing this on your own, and you will in 4th and 5th grade and 6th, don't forget to write square, okay? That is important when you're measuring area. Okay, over here. Let's see. Trying to think which way is the easiest. So if I break it here, I could go, if I break it right here, I could go 6 times 2, and then this is going to be 4. Oh yeah, that one's going to be the easiest because I've got my measures. Okay, if I break it apart there, I won't, oops, well, let me fix that. Okay, better. Let me break it apart here, and then I don't need the 10. I've got this length right here is 6, and that length is 2. So this is going to be 12. And then I've got this side length here, and this is 4. That's what's going to be this area here. So 8 times 4 is 32. Add up your numbers. So 44 square yards. Okay. Turn it off. Let's see. Okay. And then we have some more problems. Okay, I wanted to double check where we were. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to look. I've got this side length that, where, let's see, if I broke it apart here, I have to figure out what this is. This one's really irregular, isn't it? Okay, I think, okay, this 3 is for this part right here. So I think I'm going to break apart here, because then I've got the 6 times the 2 is 12 for this part. And then I'll break it apart here, and then I've got 3 times 3, which is 9. And then for this part, I've got the 3. Now we got to figure out this part. Okay, it's not going to be 8. Let me erase that. It's not going to be 8. Let's erase, and I'm going to go over that 8 because we don't need the 8. We got to find out what length that is. So if we have 8 to begin with, we have to take away 2. So 8 take away 2 makes it 6, but we got 6, and we got to take away this part, which is 3. We only want this part here. So 6 take away 3 is 3. So you're going to multiply. Oh, no, I don't need that. I've already got the 3. What am I thinking? Okay, so now we got to figure out this line. So, okay, we know from here to here is 1 because it tells us. So if here to here is 3 and here to here is 1, that is going to be a 2. Oops, let me erase it. So we don't need the 8, and we know this is 3 and this is 2. So 3 times 2 is going to be 6. So 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. 27 square feet. And if you find a mistake, let me know, because I can make them just as easily as you can. Okay, I'm going to break this one apart. I think right here. We've got this 2 for this length and 2, so that's going to be 4. And then this is 3 and 4 to find this area. That's all we need, so that's 12. So altogether, we've got 16 square inches. Okay, let's go into the word problems. I probably won't be able to write the answers, but I can help you think about them. Number 7, choose one problem, explain how you solved it. Okay, that's going to be on your own. Figure out what you did. It could be one that you broke apart that was a little bit more irregular, and explain how you broke it apart. Number 8, why do you need to complete more than one step to find the area of these shapes? So explain how, when you have an irregular shape, you have to do more than one step, because you have to find the area of one part, which is not the same as the area of the other part. So that's why I went over Thursday's work again, because it had area of a shape that was broken apart evenly. That one was a little bit easier. Well, it was more evenly than it was today. And you were given all the measures you needed. Today, you were not exactly. So we had to break it apart the way that you needed to, and you would have to figure out what that is. So there's more than one way to solve it is the other thing that makes it a little bit tricky. So anyway, if you have questions about this after I upload this, please let me know.